Hello and welcome to my photography and photo editing channel. Today I'm very excited to present to you my second plugin. So if you remember, a few months ago I introduced you to my AI retouching plugin, which is available on my homepage. So this one's for Photoshop and you can use it to do retouching with Google Gemini and also via OpenRouter a lot of other vision LLMs. So you can do something like this. And there's another thing where I wanted to use AI, and this is for tagging or keywording my photos. So I developed a Lightroom plugin, which I want to show you today, and also why it's important for me and why it might be important or at least interesting for you to consider. So typically I take a lot of photos, and I have to be honest, here in this folder, this new folder, I have nearly 200 photos now. Those photos I have to upload to an agency. So I'm working with stock agencies, and the agencies I work with, they require me to tag those photos. So find fitting keywords and also add a description to the photos. And there are also other uses where I need to find good descriptions. For example, when I want to use those photos on my homepage. And for this, in the past, I had to come up with all those. So this is a tedious work. It takes several minutes per photo. And this is also why I didn't upload those 200 or nearly 200 photos up until now. What I did now, I created a plugin for Lightroom. And with this plugin, you can automatically create those keywords and also descriptions. I made it in a way that you can fine-tune it to your liking. So you can provide a list of typical keyword categories with examples you like the AI to use with classifiers. You can even adjust the instructions for the AI. So this time I created a plugin which you can treat as a playground. And same as with my AI retouching plugin, you just buy this plugin once, and then the only thing you need to do, you need an API. For example, if you're already using my retouching plugin, you can use the same API. So for example, I'm supporting Google Gemini or any OpenAI compatible AI. If that's new to you, I'm gonna show this to you in this video. You can even use a local LLM. So if you're using a MacBook Pro, chances are you have a lot of RAM. So if you have like 64, so a really beefy one, then you can even run those AIs locally and you don't need to pay anything. Otherwise, it's like for the typical AI models I recommend here, you could tag 500 photos for like €1 or a bit more than $1. But enough talk, let me just show you how to install it and how this works. So if you decide to buy the plugin, you'll receive a zip file. In this zip file, you'll find a user documentation with all the information on how to install and use it. So let's just have a quick look. So this is just a text file and you have some requirements. So this plugin works with Adobe Lightroom Classic. This is important. And what you need to use it, you need an API key for either OpenRouter or Gemini API, or actually, and this is what I'm going to show you, any OpenAI compatible API, even a local one. So installation instructions are here, and we're going to do this together now. Here's the usage, so what you can set up, then an explanation what this plugin actually does, and we have a keyword configuration, and we're going to look at this, so what this allows you to do. So I already hinted at this, you can configure classifiers, keyword categories, and we also have the API setup key for Google Gemini and OpenRouter. For those two, I also explained this in a video already. Gonna link this in the description below. For my AI retouching plugin, there I have a lengthy description how to set up this Google Gemini, and also I have one for OpenRouter. Everything is covered. Here we have some troubleshooting guide. So what you need to do once you extracted the plugin, you have this folder here. It's called MeBrite-Image Tagger Ella plugin. So this extension here is important. This tells Lightroom that it's a plugin, and I would recommend to you to copy it to a place where other plugins of Lightroom are installed. For example, on Windows, it's in your users folder under App Data Roaming, Adobe Lightroom Modules. So this is what I'm going to do. I just copy this over here, but it can live in any folder. So if you're on the Mac and you have some folder where you typically put your programs, you can also put it there, because we will later just tell Lightroom where this plugin is located. Before we head over to Lightroom, I want to show you what's in this folder, because this is important. So let's just open it. You can ignore all those Lua files. That's the actual code. The important things are here. This system prompt, it's again an MD file. You could edit this and change the instructions, where you could change the tone of the way that the plugin describes your photo. So let's just have a look so you get an idea what this system prompt actually says. So it's very short because there's some dynamic stuff added at the end here, but essentially it just primes the LLM, tells it what it's specializing in, and here are the objectives. You can try around, improve those if you want, but I found the way they are currently works very well. If you want to tinker a bit and play around, this is where you can do it. Now, the other important file is this config.json. gonna open it. You can open this in any text editor. Let's have a look what's in there. We have here the keywords configuration, and I would recommend that you don't change the structure here. So be careful with commas and all this stuff. But what you can do is we have here this classifiers area. And this is something I added specific for my agency. They usually want, as part of the keywords, they want to identify the continent, season, time of day, and if there are people in the frame. Now, the plugin works like this. For classifiers, it will pick exactly one classifier from each of those categories. And this is how you could use those, extend those. So this is important. Classifiers, it will take one from each. And then we have, in addition to that, keyword categories. Here, it will take one or more from each category. So that's the distinction. Classifiers are just very distinct. So where it can say it's either dawn, dusk, night, or day. And here it could be city and cityscapes, capital. So it could pick more of those. And here you see some things which are more like specific for the agency. I upload those photos, but yeah, you can customize it as you want. And also the plugin tells the LLM to, if appropriate, add additional keywords. And you saw this at the top. You can also tell it at a minimum add 15 and at the maximum 40, something like that. This will also be passed on to the AI. Down here, these OpenAI base URL. This is important. So currently it's set to Open Router, which is what I already hinted at. So you have Gemini or Open Router. Open Router is a nice abstraction layer where you have access to a lot of LLMs, also free ones. And I recommend it a lot. Show how to set it up in one of the videos I'll link below. But here you can pass any OpenAI compatible URL. I would recommend just to change it if you know what this is. Otherwise, just leave it untouched. So if you made your changes here and customized how the plugin will work, now let's set it up in Lightroom. So in Lightroom, you just head over to File, and here you find the plugin manager. And you go just down here to Add. And here you add to the folder where you placed your plugin. For me, it's the Roaming Adobe Lightroom Modules folder. You click on this folder, press Select Folder, and if everything works, you should see here the name image tagger installed and running. So version 1.0.0.0.0. This is the first version. If you buy this plugin, you might sometimes get new versions, but I intentionally made this plugin in a way that it's very customizable, and most of the moving parts you can update yourself. Press on Done, and now what we're gonna do is, let's just head to this view and find a image which is not yet tagged. So for example, here, what we have no keywords at all for this image and also no caption. So this is possible. You can just send the image as it is to the AI for tagging. We'll just use the visual content of the image and make a very good guess what it is and what it shows, but it won't be able to put a location to this one. We're gonna do this once just to see how this works. So now we go to Library, Plugin Extras, and also you can select multiple images, but just want to show you in comparison different options you have. And here you find the image tagger and tag selected photos with AI. Now here you have some selections or settings. So for me, this is important. I use Gemini, so I have set up the API key via the Gemini workflow from the user guide, and I put the API key here. And as a model, I recommend to use Gemini -3.5 flash, which provides very good value for money. So it's very good, very accurate, but also not overly expensive. And here, as max size, I recommend 1024 pixels. If you use less, you'll save a few tokens. So it can make a difference in pricing. It always depends how much volume you want to process via the AI and also how detailed your images are. So for me, for landscape images, I usually go with 1024. It means roughly when I use Gemini, I get several images done for 1 cent. Here you can switch the language. So I'm going to do English now, but you could also decide if it's a German agency, you switch German. I press OK, and now you see up here tagging 1 photos with AI. Could be more photos, and already it's done. If I press OK now, you will see here we have a lot of keywords. 35 keywords is what it added. So let's have a look, and it's a little small, so I'll just read through a few. So Alps, that's correct. Altitude, blue, calm. So if you remember from the categories, I had the color or the mood. We have dawn, which was also from the category. Europe, okay, it identified this correctly, that's Europe. Golden hour, gray, landscape, morning, mountains, muted. So no people, this is also something from the classifiers. And purple, that's also one of the dominant colors, so pretty good. Wide angle, wilderness, I'd say this is already perfect, but it didn't know the exact country and stuff like that. And we're gonna deal with that in a second. Down here, a majestic mountain landscape at sunrise. Okay, sunrise is correct even. Could also, sometimes they don't have the information. This could also be a sunset, but here it's right. With a thick sea of clouds filling the valley below jagged peaks. The foreground features rugged, rocky terrain with a soft morning light paints sky in shades of orange, pink and purple. So pretty nice. And also this could also be a caption you want to add to a homepage. So this is also where you can use those. Now with this image, I said, okay, we had everything blank, so the AI could just work based on what it sees in the image, which was already pretty good. So for the next image, let's do it a little differently. So this is from the same location, just a little later. If you just do one thing, say Austria, because I know this was captured in Austria and maybe car vandal, you already provide some additional information to the AI and it can use it. And this takes a lot less time than adding all the 30 keywords yourself. You just need to provide maybe 1 or 2 keywords to the AI as additional context. So for this here, it's still pretty generic. It won't find out how this mountain is called, but still, this is a way how you can provide context to the AI. So now let's again do the library, plugin extras, tag, selected photos with AI. We just keep the model, and also this here was a decision I made. This is not a drop down. You can put in the exact name of the model, which makes this plugin pretty timeless. As soon as there are new models, for example, Gemini 4 or something, you just can change the naming here. If I had decided to put a drop down, then I would have to update the plugin every time a new model comes out. And also I'm gonna show you in a second where you find those names. So let's do OK and see what it comes up with now. I'd imagine it won't be that different because, as I said, other than that it now knows this is Austria, there won't be too much additional information. Now here again, okay, Austria just kept there. Alpine, Alps, calm, cloudy, dawn, dramatic, Europe, foggy, golden hour, gray, inversion, car vandal, landscape, mountains. So a very good list from also my categories. For example, here we have sunny, and now let's have a look down here. Breathtaking sunrise over a sea of clouds in the car vandal mountains of Austria. The warm morning sun illuminates the rugged mountain peaks rising above the thick fog with rocky terrain in the foreground. So for me, I wish I had this plugin a long time ago, because those images are on my hard drive now for some of those nearly 2 years. It's a bit embarrassing because they could make money. But yeah, I just hate tagging images. And now with this, those 200 images, tagging those will take maybe 5 minutes. Let's say 10 or 15, doesn't matter, because I can just let it running, and it will cost me maybe 50 cents. So quite a deal. And if you have a similar problem, yeah, have a look at my plugin. Before we go, I also wanted to show you where you get those model names from. For example, if you go to OpenRouter, which is one of the options where you can get access to LLMs. So when I say LLM, I mean the large language models, something like ChatGPT. In our case, it must be models that also understand images, which at the current time are most of them. And here you get the whole list of models once you have set up an account, which are available via OpenRouter. It's a lot. But what I wanted to show you, for example, GPT, there are several ones. For example, the newest here, GPT 5.6. I recommend, aside from the Gemini, which is also available via OpenRouter, the OpenAI GPT 5.4 Mini, which is very good value for money, and it's also very accurate. You get like 500-600 images per €1. And the best thing is, if you use OpenRouter, also Gemini, after you put through like 10 or 20 images, you can just look at your spend and get a more accurate result. So I wanted to show you where you get the name of the model, which you can insert. So for example, up here, you see this. You can just copy this and then take it over to the plugin. So let's go over. Just take another image here. Wait a second, I just gonna find one, this one here. Again, go to library, plugin extras, tag. Now I'll deactivate the Gemini because we now want to use OpenRouter. I also have to exchange the key quickly. I also have an OpenRouter key, which I won't show you. So this is important if you set up those keys, keep them private, which is also why you just see the dots here. And now let's run it again, this time not with the Google API, but with OpenRouter. And then I also see, okay, tagged one photo, and it worked in a similar way. A dramatic long exposure seascape shows a lighthouse. So it couldn't figure out which lighthouse because it didn't have any additional information. Let's just try this again. for this image here. So we have Donegal, Ireland landscape. If I just put Fennet Lighthouse, it should also figure out the country, should figure out it's Europe and all that stuff. So let's just try it like this. Imagine I had just given it this one information. Let's go to Library, Plugin Extras, Tag Image. And here you see the typical error. If you've seen what I did wrong, let's go back. Tag Image, I had this Use Gemini active, but it had the wrong API key. So this is important. I also wanted to show you this. If you have used Gemini, you need a Google API key. See the user documentation for that. And if you switched off, this works with the Open Router. So that's important. So now press OK and it works. Tagged one image. So let's switch again to the image. And let's go down first here. Fennet Lighthouse stands on a rocky Irish coastline above rolling waves under a warm, cloudy sky at golden hour. So now it knows, okay, yeah, Fennet Lighthouse, that's in Ireland. So it knows Irish coastline. And up here we see, okay, the architecture. Beach, blue, brown, coastal lighthouse, detailed, dramatic, Fennet Lighthouse. This is my only keyword I had. Now we have 28. Rocky coast, seascape, sunny. Again, it added 27 additional keywords, which is just great. And yeah, this is how the plugin works. And as I said, you can configure it, improve the system prompt if you want to be more specific, but here for this is perfect. Also, it found out, okay, Irish coastline. So this is something it could infer from the information I gave it. Hope you found this interesting. Now, thanks for watching and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.